Guys, welcome back to another analog horror. I think it's safe to say, like, I've kind of caught the bug all over again. We took a little hiatus from reacting to analog horrors, and I realized how much I've really been missing doing this. Well, for tonight's reaction, you're gonna want to sit back and get nice and comfortable, because this one looks like a masterpiece. So what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here, and welcome back to another reaction, where today we're gonna be checking out the Oakburn Opus. Whenever I'm looking for the newest and greatest analog horrors, I always ask my friend Baz, who has his own reaction channel, who you should check out, by the way. I asked him, have there been any gems that he's recently came across, and he immediately pointed me towards this creation from the YouTuber Red Diamond. The series is currently a 5-part one. I know very little about this, and I think obviously that's the whole point. Like, why would I know what's about to happen? I haven't watched it yet. Also, shout out to the guy on YouTube who did recommend me this too. I appreciate that. We're gonna get stuck in with this one though, guys. Apparently there is only 3 in the series known as Oakburn Opus, but the first 2 videos this creator has released also do link in it very nicely, so we have to watch all of them. You see the video length, you already know what that means, guys. So let's get going with this thing, and if you enjoy this video, I think you know exactly what to do. The first video in the series is called The Circles VHS Tales. Ethan Astor is a famous photographer from Itassilivik, Alaska. I think I nailed that, not sure. On December the 5th, 1986, his wife, Martha, reported that her husband was showing a strange obsession with circles. He would constantly draw the shapes on the walls of their basement. He would also refuse to eat, sleep, or even talk to Martha. But Ethan wasn't the only one dealing with such obsessions. Many citizens from Itassilivik started to show the same obsession with circles around the same time. The government issued an emergency evacuation for Itassilivik a day before this strange incident. All of Itassilvik's citizens evacuated except for the obsessed ones. Martha returned to Itassilivik days later, only to find that her husband, along with the dozens of other people who decided to stay, were gone. Honestly, I'm kind of mad they made me say this word so many times. Like, this was hard though. All right, let's see what that means though. An obsession with circles, they say. Is that the circle that they're so obsessed with? Almost looks like blood vessels and an eyeball. Oh, are they growing? I don't know if they just grew or if that was me just kind of wanting them to be doing that. December the 5th, 1986, Itassilivik, Alaska. A quaint little town. Ethan Astor. Welcome to Itassilivik, the town where I live. What you're about to see is my town's haunting. So this is like an account based on what he's seen. We are not haunted by ghosts or monsters, but by simple shapes. Curious. What do you mean by that, huh, Ethan? The circles. How can one become so obsessed with them? There must be something that draws them in, though. They come every once in a while, and when they do, we evacuate the town. Huh? The people who decide to stay are never seen again. They will come in 5 days. That's weird. What on earth? I'll stay here. Knowing that? Ethan, is the research worth it? Is he staying just so he can... No? Oh my gosh. Astor's house, December the 10th, 1986. Ethan, this is going too far. I no longer feel comfortable around you. You haven't spoken to me or left the basement for days now. By the time you read this, I'll be far away. Please seek help from Martha. Oh wow. It's got that rustic feel within the house. Do we feel this too? So everyone in the town has to just leave whenever this fright comes about. How do they know that it's about to occur, this whole, thing with the circles? I don't know. I guess that's what we'll probably have to figure as a result of maybe some kind of documentation. There's got to be some... Oh, look, there's a circle on the door. Huh. So they just appear organically, or are they drawn to draw them? You gotta assume that's the shadow of Ethan in his basement. And he loves his circles. Do we get to see what happens during this time? Does it bring a storm with it too? Everything seems to glow red. Nice. Like, how do they know the radius of this circle phenomenon? Okay. You gotta assume that's like some kind of nationwide broadcast. This is not gonna be, set to this town here. There's no way. and good night, they say. It looks like it says 11:30 there, so that's going to be 11:30 p.m. So this is when the circle situation, the phenomenon happens. What does that say? Anomaly's event approaching Itzvik. Seek shelter immediately. Oh my god, anomalous event? Oh my gosh. Who's gonna be here to watch this? What? Does it like hijack the TV in that case? Like hijack the TV line? Oh wow. Outside just looks desolate. Snowstorm coming down. It's a very cozy feel so far, even though this is kind of traumatic. Oh, what? Yo, what the heck does that mean? Encasing the town, stealing them, never seen again. Like, we need answers here, bud. Like, hopefully Ethan's gonna get something. It does get kind of weird in the house, though. Look, there he is in the basement. Is he still standing? Can we see his silhouette? What? Is that Ethan knocking? Wait, what? How do they know he's there? Ooh, that's weird. Something's happening in this town. It's a civic. Whoa, all right. It is an eyeball of some kind. Do we see that? Wow. Fleshy. Maybe they were veins and, you know, capillaries and stuff. Oh, they bust in. Wait, what? Ugh. Oh my gosh, what the? So these circles just appear. Wow. Whole house becomes just infested. Look at this. This occurs when everyone's away at every house? What is going on? I have questions. Many questions indeed. Hey, Ethan, what do you see? I think I'm talking to, nothing, guys. I think that basement is open. It's empty. This is maybe what he saw, done in like an artistic way.
A cycle of destruction and rebirth. A curved line of events with no beginning. Circling light and shadow. Through time and space.
A line which can never be broken. A circle. A circle.
Yet it still exists.
Like, where is the start and end point of a circle, guys? Can you point to it? So when that end reaches the start, it just does it all over again. Does the circle represent just how this event keeps occurring over and over? And will forever continue? That sounds so gross. I don't know if we're getting closer to something or if it's like emerging on us. Yeah, that circle's got an eyeball though.
I'm happy now.
Is that what they become, whoever's left? That don't look like happiness if ever I've seen it. So strange. The people who decide to stay are never seen again. Some say they've joined the circles, as we've seen, and now I'm one of them. So Ethan did become a circle, literally, based on this phenomenon. What the freak is going on, guys? The freaking circles! I don't want to become a circle. Why? Why would you wish to become a circle? And my guy says he's happy about that. He's sitting there like, oh, finally I have become a circle. Okay. We need to dig deeper about this. The government must know something about the circles if they issue an emergency evacuation every time. Even the TV broadcasts those strange circles right after the emergency one. Immediately what I was thinking, like, obviously this place, rather than them just kind of set this as like a dead zone, they still let people live here, and this phenomenon is known about, and they are aware of the danger of this. yet it's still allowed to persist as, this thing that happened. They trust the residents that lived there. Kind of crazy, to be honest. Okay, well, yeah, I have my questions definitely, but none of them are gonna get answered right now, and I think that's the case. Again, everything ties together neatly, guys, so we're moving on to the second one here, which is known as the Starving Five. Your quest for truth has granted you a void in your stomach, and now I shall punish you for it. What did I say? An exiled spirit? The earth repudiates its... Damn with an endless hunger, a mouth that can't swallow. What? Keep an eye on those guys. It takes shame on its grotesque form, using every aspect of its unnatural physicality to lure and capture prey. What? Where did we see that? Its objective to bring upon the decay of men's flesh and ego. Okay. What is this? Some kind of like hellish demon? That's what that immediately feels like. The Starving Five, they call this one. Yeah, this one is weird. There is a place. Is this involved in the same universe? December the 21st. Oh yeah, we're still up in Alaska for this one. So it would seem, at least. Of unforgiving cold. Cabin in the woods. Doesn't that feel so nightmarish? Oh, someone's home. Someone is home. I like flickering up crazy, dude. I want to replace that bulb. Or the electrics, or a bit of both. Of desperate cruelty. Is someone stranded out here or something like that? That car looks completely snowed in. No doubt frozen over, too. I don't know. We are starving. The engine is dead. A flimsy wooden shelter keeps us away from something. Hold up. Shelter keeps us away from the snow. Yeah, so we've got some stranded people. This is called the Starving Five, I think. Oh, man. No, you can't radio for help? No form of communication to the outside world? Oh, gosh, that's not good. No phone lines. Heat escapes through the cracks, asking hands. Ow. Being too descriptive. 2 guns. Animals sing and hiss, but nothing is seen. We are starving. Yeah, but you want to feast on that, don't you? What would have remained of the carcass at one point in time? Yeah, well, there's no meat left there, dude. I don't think you'll even get any bone marrow from that thing, because, you gotta eat, guys. You gotta get some nutrients. Gary heard his lover's call. Wife? Is that trying to imply? Natasha followed him blindly. I don't know if this music's changed, by the way, dude. It might be copyright. Alex dreams unquietly, aka Nightmare. I watch the rumbling snow attentively. We are not starving alone. This hits, dude. Wow. Sound design is on point for this so far. It's like, this feels like a real narrative-driven storyline here. These shots look great. They look really, really good. They're very effective the way they're done. Oh, there's something. Is that a hand? Do we see that? I think that's someone sat in like a chair or something like that. Oh, they're out. I mean, they gotta make a plan. They can't just starve out there. I think like that's kind of what they're gonna do, though. It feels like, at this minute in time, that is not good. No plans for escape. Just it's the same knocking like last time. The question is, how desperate are they? At the window?
Wake up.
What the freak was that? There was something there. Oh, wow. Did they see it? Oh, I don't think they can. I don't see it either. This sound design is crazy. Whoa. The anxious dreamer wanders unconsciously. Will you follow him? Nah. Takes a... Both guns have been taken. Oh, gosh. Are they gonna delude one into shooting the other? There were 2 guns initially. One was sitting at the chair. They left. December the 7th. This is 4 days before. Hello? Wrong franchise. My bad. Do you believe she is still there? Alive? Alex, it's been a month. She is dead. The city is hostile. All it takes is one detour, a miscalculated... Holy crap, they speak quick though, slow it down. A miscalculated step and you're gone. But Gary still has, albeit naive and delusional, hope that we can still find her. And who would dare to take that away from him? So is that why they're out here? This is the least we can do. I suppose. It's like help a grieving man. We will look for nothing and find nothing, and somehow that's supposed to numb the pain? Perhaps. People disappear and are forgotten year after year, and everyone turns away because they fear the truth. Is it the circle phenomenon? Perhaps the mere attempt, even if redundant, to find the truth can take us away from this melancholy. Tomorrow we will leave in the morning. Natasha will give us a ride, but they didn't leave. If this is taking place from the cabin, we already know that that didn't go down. So now we find out if that is really the case. Dang, the calls from this place. Okay, we don't like that one. Did I see an eyeball in that last shot? I don't know if I did. Closer. Look everywhere in these shots, guys. It feels like they will hide what they don't want you to see.
Almost there, Dimitri.
Who's saying that? Is this him looking for his... Did he find her? I see nothing. I see tracks. Did we walk that way? Did we walk away from it? I don't know. What do we see? Oh, shoot. Gary heard his lover's call. Is this what... Wait, no way, dude. There's nothing, there's something there I can see. Natasha followed him blindly. Succumbed to the cold by the looks of... Do we see anything? I have to check my other monitor. It's a little brighter sometimes. Alex dreams unquietly. You watch the snow attentively. What is that? I'm trying to make heads or tails of that. Is that the moon? The focus is on that. What the freak just happened? What are we seeing? What is that? Oh. Oh my gosh, what the heck, dude? Yeah, that's something you run from. How is it made of skull yet fleshy? That contrast does not make sense to me. What? It's like a Cerberus. And you run from that if you see it. Oh, it was in the cabin the whole time. Shall we, what did I say? Shall we something? Shall we something together, rejoice together? Missing posters. Is this what they all saw? I don't have the slightest clue, dude. This series is so weird so far. Scary sounds and scary images, but... yeah. I'm trying to figure out what it all means. It's like the sun rose, though, so it must be the day after, perhaps. Yeah. December the 22nd. How's the forest looking now? The same? There's your cabin. Look at the claw marks on that. That's heavy. I don't know if anyone's home. Where are my eyes? Blind? They got blinded? You won't starve alone. What the heck is going on, man? You won't starve alone, it says. What? January the 1st? What do you mean? What is happening? Yeah, you said that before. Just said January 5th. Let me go. January 13th, won't starve. It keeps... Whoa. All these dates. What the heck is going on with this series so far? I have no idea what I'm witnessing, dude. A creature that kills already helpless victims, which are starving, but leaves some to starve with it, suffering because they can't die. That's spooky. Is that what it's doing then? It's like, it's making them suffer alongside it just to make sure, like, if it experiences that, that's what they're gonna feel too? Well, so far with this series, it's very visually telling, and there's not really much I feel like I can add on top. Like, what we see is kind of what we get with this thing, so I think it's best we move on to the next one. The next one being called Oakburn Opus Part 1. So this is the start of a 3-part series, so we'll see how these videos link in that we first saw. This one gives us that flashing images warning, so guys, be warned, expect it within this video here, and I guess for the rest of the video going forward. Okay, this is the first one, Lake Oakburn. The Oakburn Opus. So this is quite some time after. Old Oakburn population vanishes overnight. Is it in relation to the circle? Immediately, that's what I think. I'm like, huh? Straight to present day, 2024. Classified information from the Oakburn case is leaked by anonymous sources. Getting it out there, the people should know. They're traveling here, they're visiting here. You want to be careful. Is that like a tombstone? A new light is shed on the case. Like it was brought back to life, which branches into countless theories, hypotheses, and discussions. The following images are based on the manuscript's findings belonging to an anonymous inhabitant and a restored cassette tape depicting the phenomena. Interesting. So there's documented proof, and we'll actually feel some of this Oakburn Opus thing. The Opus. Evidence number 1. Oakburn's Flutist. My guy coming in with the frickin' instruments, though. Is this... they saw this? No. Don't tell me if we hear this, it's like, it's over. On a cold morning, the outsider stumbled upon our gates and quickly became a welcome guest through the sweet and captivating melody of his flute. Ooh. My people brought him to our village, a secluded place west of the Itasvik Mountains. Aha! Aha, there's your link, it's close by. We provided the flutist food, water, and shelter. Did you also providing anything for those horns, though? In return, the man continued to enchant our people with the tunes of the winds. So they adopted this creature, and they allowed him to exist with them. We're like, yeah, you know what, if you keep playing your flute, it makes us feel good. You stay for free. Yeah, your tape's breaking up, dude. Oh, don't get me with that. Nah, skip that. That's not my computer. I got that good computer. The children adored him, soothed by the melodic blow, and some respected him for the great entertainment and happiness provided by the something flute. What? I can't read that, dude. There's no subtitles here either. To the more humble fate, the flutist, were grateful for the art. A symbol. Is that what this guy provided, this flutist? And the symbol means... See the symbol in the back there, crude drawing of people. Did it make them like lose their minds? Is this the best they could conjure up in terms of drawings of this thing? Like they just couldn't, for whatever reason, do it anymore? That's on his forehead, dude. His face has become nine triangles with a circle. The circle! The circle is back. He hid them under the veil of reality. Impossible to breathe beyond existence. These wordings, dude, I'm telling you, man. Keep looking. Now, I'm doing that. Gotta give me some more. Do not follow. Yeah, if you hear that melody, you gotta run. Remember, the whole population vanished. They said that. So is that about to happen to this too? Old Oakburn. I think that says it's a Civic's hidden gem. He adapted to our customs, ate and drank from our kitchen, hummed our chants and honored our altars without ever voicing a single thought. It's like it wants to be accepted, this thing, before then taking control. The flutist used the wind as his words and melodies as his speech. Not good, no bueno. Within the wind, it hid something. Within the wind, it breathed art spirit. Within the wind, the flute burned the veil. something about this symbol again. We keep seeing that symbol over and over. These are like scriptures almost. Maybe the scribblings of some townsfolk. Evidence number 1, handwritten records, author unknown, recovered by Marvpyas. That's interesting, 2002. Then her husband's missing. Don't tell me the flutist could be her husband, there's no way. The Magnum Opus. What did they capture? Are we actually gonna hear something? In 1997, the great flutist of Old Oakburn announces the completion of his Magnum Opus. A presentation is set to happen Friday night at Lake Oakburn. Hundreds of men, women, and children gather near the lake in anticipation. Does it get them all at the same time? Why were they like this? They didn't even know this dude. But they treat him like a god. You can see this. They all gather for him. Recovered by Martha as well. Quiet down. Is that? Oh, he's killing it though! They love that, they love that! Whole place adoring him. Oh, the stone has the symbols carved into it. That there's something holy or something crazy about this mountain that lives here. And it keeps control of this land for some reason, which is like what I'm most curious about. I'm like, how? Identify. Earth. Alright, I'll do my best at interpreting. And then follow. Identify, interpret, follow. Yeah, the melody, the music. Trying to lull you in. Keep you fixed on it. How did it possess such power? Seriously. More answers to my questions. There it is over and over again. When does this take place? How late after? We saw the stone was activated by something. There's that symbol with the circle entwined within it. Both images are just one. There's that one, but the other one's fine. What does that mean? It's like one half gets affected, the other one doesn't for some reason? I don't understand. Let's see if it's gonna be the right one. I mean, it could be the left one because we see that that's the figure there. Yeah, it's Enchanted Lake Oakburn. The lands almost. I think that's what it's trying to show. So you would think it would show the symbol on both sides here. Because it's saying that it's going to enchant the whole entirety of the lake. Yeah, okay. I think that's what it was showing. Like, one side was unclaimed, the other one wasn't. Or one side was, one side wasn't. And there it is on the lake, amongst the mist. This is such a crazy little series so far. I have no idea what's going on. I truly don't. Oh, shoot, my video broke again. We're just getting into it. Are you kidding me? Not now. Not now, come on! Not now, come on! Oh yeah, we got that buffer. Oh gosh, maybe I wanted to crash. The heck am I seeing right there? I want to say a face, but I also don't want to. Like, I see teeth, a nose, and 2 slots for eyes. I don't know what I'm saying. Corrupted. Well, they ain't cheering now. What the heck happened? Is that them just literally snapping and vanishing on the spot? It must be. That's crazy. How? We need more accounts, it feels like. We need to see more with that. The morning after, Old Oakburn woke up to silence. Because everyone vanished on the spot. 1,043 inhabitants disappeared overnight. After quick and inclusive investigations, little evidence was ever found. The existence and whereabouts of the flutist remained, and it's like he carried them to his own dimension. Did he kill them? What are they? Oh, that was until 2003. We're in 2024 now, right? The search for old Oakburn's population. They didn't find them, no way. That's so crazy. What? That's so wild. So that one there introduced it to the concept of this being. It feels like it must be the same one that we saw in the Starving Five. Like the link seems to be there with that, but what it's now doing, its intentions perhaps are different. However, it's still sort of tormenting the land, giving it the same sort of, you know, like keeping, I guess, this section of this land just immediately and always in danger. Anyone that tries to live there, any inhabitants, they will always disappear or suffer some kind of crazy consequence. My immediate thought goes towards like, so what is actually occurring during this time? What is making these people simply vanish? We have to learn about like how this is able to do this, and I assume we're probably going to learn more through the perspective of the guy's wife at the beginning. It seems like she's now investigating this phenomena after her husband disappeared, and I assume she's trying to get to the bottom with this. The second video in the list is called Oakburn Opus Part Number 2. The description simply says he knows well his wicked ways. We got a warning straight away, flashing lights and images, so both we've got to be aware of that, guys. I did say I think from this point on we're going to see more sort of flashing imagery. Music? It's dripping. This almost gives me vibes, you know, Home Safety Hotline, like one of those entities. Like if just one of those had their story expanded, like this is what it would be like. 2003. This is 25 miles from Lake Oakburn. The Lebedev residence, I think that was. Lebedev residence. Lebedev, I don't know. I have no idea. It's a nice house, though. Idyllic spot for some... Imagine waking up to that, like, on a Christmas day, though. Does this thing spread this... I stood upon their blood. I stood upon the weapon. I stood before the flute. And the drowned city arose beneath my feet. Oh my gosh, what kind of star is that? I'm literally traumatized. December the 10th, 2003. The melody crawls in. Oh, this is cool. It's like, crime scene photos, the voice under the veil commands. Oh gosh. It got to one of them, and the vessel answers, and that's all it needed. It gets in one of their heads, the rest will follow. The Lebedev murders. What stands before you, Detective Asta, is not a person. So she's a detective now? I exist incarcerated in a vessel of the arcane. Ah, yeah, big words! I will entertain your feeble sense of justice. I will share you my tale. He knows well his wicked way. This series is so crazy. So it's this Opus thing. Oakburn, the Magnum Opus, right? Did it once, but he still got control of the land. So that was 25 miles outside as well. You'd think you'd be safe there. Clearly this danger spreads far. Hit me with that part 2, baby, come on! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! It's like it's mocking the detective though, straight out of the bat. Like that's what I feel. It's like you will never be able to understand, sort of thing. It's like, you know, jabbing those shots, you know, when it can. December the 10th, a call is made to the Itisivik Police Department from the Lebedev household. The caller confessed to having committed murder. Dang. Did he stay alive? I don't know if he took himself out too. There's your crime scene shots, ABC. Jackson and Oliver Lebedev were dead. Their bodies are lined in the dark room. Oh man. Ugh. December again, by the way, I'm just saying. The Lebedev brothers, naturalist photographers of Itisivik, searched to capture the empty landscape of the mountains. It ain't empty though. It is full of life. You just can't see it. The criminal was never identified. For the convenience of this investigation, the killer will be dressed by the pseudonym John Doe. That's the sort of common thing that we go. So the evidence of the Lebedev murders. Yeah, we need to see this though. Who did that? That means someone else must have been in the house conducting this. A timeline based on the interrography of John Doe, conducted and recorded by Detective Marvpyas. They're really trying to get to the bottom of this. December the 5th, 2003. John Doe is led by the melody of a wind instrument. It's that thing, that instrument, emanating from Lake Oakburn. What the heck, dude? See the symbol? And there it is again. So it's almost like this sound. Whenever someone hears it, they're like drawn to almost feel and do the bidding of whatever is producing the sound. Is it a case of like you have to investigate it in order for this thing to get any kind of grasp on you to want to, be able to control you? Or is it the moment you hear it, you almost can't not listen to the melodies? You are drawn to it. And by that point, you are past saving. You will do whatever this thing wants you to do. Let's find out, dude. I mean, it would be kind of eerie. You're having a walk in the forest, trying to capture some stuff. This is the conditioning period. Is this when someone is hearing this, they get conditioned to investigate? I see someone back there, by the way. Oh yeah, I see you. If you heard that, maybe you would be like, what is causing that? I should go to look. And then you see what appears to be the silhouette of something. Just out of reach of your eyes, you can't quite see it. John Doe. From the very first moment the flute touched my mind, I was sure to have been struck by something otherworldly, roaming the depths of the lake. Had a hold on this dude. Grabbed him and was like, you ain't gone, by the way. Near the lake, John Doe encounters a monolith on the surface of the smooth rock. A symbol was carved. A circle and 9 triangles. Which we've seen, those 9 triangles. I see you trying to put that in my brain. We saw that, didn't we? I'm not going crazy. Right? Guys, you saw that too, right? I witnessed in clear and inscrutable reason the flute and the man. They taught me wisdom from the bottom of the lake, the drowned city, and the millions who rest there. Millions? He raised me in that instant as a vessel. Millions? Are you telling me this happens on and on and on again? You ain't get me with that, Chief. Nope. How of Mr. Doe? He's gone. The emblem etched upon the rock. The beautifully profane assortment of a circle and the 9 triangles suddenly gleamed in crimson hue. The song wove a web, his desire in an instant made clear. In the flute, I discern the will of expansion, which I was to provide. What the frick? You can tell it's got a grasp on him to like almost some kind of religious stance, the way he speaks like that, After the encounter, John wanders the mountain for 5 days, allegedly in a deranged state of mind. Like, the difference in how he was speaking then and how we're reading this encounter, like, this is like what you would read is direct. My guy speaks in dang frickin' riddles, though. That's the thing about, like, these ancient monoliths. They're like, oh, yes, thou art going to persuade to engulf. Just say you're gonna kill someone. December the 10th, 2003. John comes across the Lebedev residence. I know someone in the comments is like, it's Lebedev. Sorry. Lebedev sounds nice. With a freaking pickaxe? Nah, I heard shots going off. Now you can't lie like that. So he wanders in a deranged state. Segment 2, the execution. Oh my gosh. John Doe. It is common for many inhabitants of remote areas and hidden places to forget their front doors unlocked. A naive custom, often conditioned by the emptiness surrounding it. I mean, I guess, the worry of neighbors isn't going to be on your mind, right? What does that say? Marvpyas, his unfathomable name and evoking horror. The spectre whispered, I beheld his lichen shape through the window. He sees them as the monsters? Lichen shape. You know what lichen is? That's a freaking werewolf type thing, I think. What on earth is going on? You can see them out there. A name in the melody. Marvpyas. Again and again. Beating like a freaking heart, dude. It's like it's living. What does that mean? Hold up. Marvpyas. First Google search said, you got a spelling mistake there, Chief? I think it's just relevant to this universe then. Well then. And from the profane blade touched by Marvpyas' fangs, I cut their eyes open in the darkness. That must be the name of the being. Marvpyas. 11:42. John Doe furtively strikes the Lebedev brothers. Jackson takes a pickaxe hit to the thigh, snapping the femur and is left debilitated. Oliver drags Jackson to the dark room at gunpoint, upon performing a suboptimal tourniquet. What the heck? Oh my gosh. The pickaxe went straight through his leg and the bone. This is crazy. This is insane. Why? Like, you can see the shadow of the beast lurking in the bag, overseeing this happen. Because this isn't making people disappear in the sense that we're used to. This is just like outright brainwashing to perform unspeakable acts. Yeah, so I question what the freak, why, huh? That looks like the dark room. Developing the photos, I guess they said they were photographers, right? Oliver Lebedev, time of death, 12:07. Oh, that ringing, gosh, my ears, dude. It's so weirdly directed. What we feeling, sir? Is that the bat? Oh, I see. That was our victim, and to the side we had the perpetrator. And there's the symbol drawn in his blood. And 10 minutes later, that time of death. Why was there a second shot? Why was there two? I don't understand why there would be two shots. I really don't. That's a variation of it. 9 circles this time. Why are we seeing that? And you can see there's like something etched into the circles. It looks like maybe another triangle surrounding the edges. But why? Oh, it's hitting us with this, like, crazy stuff. Oh, Martha. Martha Asta. The sole reason I stand before you. It's like communicating with her, narrating my tale. Contributing to your futile pursuit of a comprehensible truth. Is to convey you his message. He calls you to the lake, your good friend beneath the veil. Her husband, no way. Visit the drowned city. Yeah, but will we actually be able to see that, though? You know what I'm trying to say? I don't think so somehow. Your failure to heed his warning will bring the same fate upon you. What the heck is going on, dude? And the few living folks you love, you'll drown too. Ugh! I hate this, man! Why are you gonna be like this, evil thing? Menacing. Definitely the silhouette of the thing. I ain't saying his name. He does not deserve to have his name said out of my mouth, though. Skip that. There's something burning through there. Do we see that? I don't know what it is. I can barely see. Oh, that's bodies, right? Is that in the dark room? Oh, and it stands in the corner. As this whole thing went down. I wonder if Martha believes that there is like this higher force here. Is she using that like as part of her idea in her investigation? Or does she simply believe these are all the ramblings of a madman? Just standing over them, dude. What the freak? You got 6 arms now? Yeah, we've heard enough. I've seen enough. This series gets more and more insane, dude. Really does. More and more mind-bending, trippy, crazy. Oh man, I wonder what part 3 is gonna have in store then, because that's probably gonna be a biggie in if I can assume. There goes the police car after seeing the case. They are leaving now. And what more can you do but just leave the crime scene, right? It's just a husk of what once was there. There used to be life. In defiance of John's alleged method of murder, the bodies of Jackson and Oliver were found in contradictory conditions. Agents at the scene first observed vascular marbling, skin discoloration, and bloating in both bodies. What does that mean? An autopsy analysis revealed pulmonary injury, insinuating that drowning. Wait, what? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. What? Oh, I'm so confused right now. Hold on. What? What does that even mean, though? So it's all about the lake. You see, everything was looking towards the John Doe character conducting those murders up until we hear about, like, the bloating and stuff, because that is what happens, of course, when you are submerged in water, like over time. So that's so weird. It's all about the lake, it seems, as opposed to the ramblings of this dude. So how did that get mixed up so bad? Did he just did he shoot the dead bodies? What we saw may have been what the John Doe saw, but he didn't actually do anything wrong. Does that mean he was set free and he actually didn't commit any of the crimes? Very curious, very, very curious. I'm deep in thought about most of this. I think we're gonna need to almost see this last thing to understand like a bit more about this though, because yeah, it's still kind of twisty about what's truly happening here. The last part, by the way, is part 3. This one's a 20-minute one, so it seems like they're gonna try and wrap up maybe a lot here, or maybe just introduce even more concepts. Towards the midnight sun, I am riding home. All right, guys, here we go. This is part 3 in the series. This is a pretty big reaction to this series, dude, but you need to do it that way. There's so much here. Already, I feel like my head's, if I close my eyes, I'm underwater right now. I say we drain the lake. I say we drain it. We put the water elsewhere. You know what we do? We dissolve the water. We let it become clouds. But no, then that's gonna spread the lake. So actually, hold up. Back to the drawing board. Stick it in barrels. Close it off. Right. We gotta do something to get rid of this, because this ain't it, Chief. What the freak was that? You squeezed the fart on me with that one. I was a bit scared. So we're in Silent Hill. Not the best start, but we deal with our cards. Oh, I was joking. The land remains still, accursed by a tragic silence for over 5 years. Ooh, interesting. So it just stops? Old Oakburn, a village hidden between barren mountains and white woods, in its heart, the depths of the lake. Why would the phenomenon just stop all of a sudden? A single road connects the village to its neighbor town, Itasivik. After 5 years of neglect and decrepitude, it has become treacherous, overgrown with weeds and twigs, the path barely visible amidst the snow. Well, no one's living there. I'm here now. I'm home. Today in those dark depths I must venture and behold my secret, the very root of my curse. Is this, whose perspective are we hearing this from? Who returned? Someone went home. Is it Martha? These waters go much deeper. Because look, that's the town. There's not a single light on. No one's here. No businesses. Nothing. But what does that mean? Why would you want to return? Given you could just leave and be safe. I don't know. Ready for the slam of the logo? Hello? Oh, shoot. I didn't want to be greeted by a flute, though. We know what that means. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Oh, this is cool. Like a little 3D build. Whoa, okay. All right, wasn't expecting that. That's neat. Little zoom through. All right, man. Let's go. And it just connects, what, at the end of a road right there, which is just the fog's so dense you can't see anything. It's so cool how you can see how this person has like got more and more talented over time too, like to craft this story. So cool. The Oakburn Opus, part number 3. It's like a movie title. Look at that. It's so good. So good. All right, let's see what this part has in store. This is so good though, man. What a unique little adventure. Yeah, we're gonna need more on that. We're gonna need more on that. We maybe just found a pause moment though when we analyze. This is back in 2002. So I question, is this when the town still had life? The investigation begins. Martha Astor returns to Itasovik. Oh my gosh! Martha's audio journal. For now, all the evidence collected from the 1997 phenomenon is abstract, frantic, ambiguous, and reveals the arcane nature of the case. Manuscript findings, diaries, newspaper entries, and the cassette tape depicting the Magnum Opus in some of these samples, one notices a strange constant. Yeah, do tell. That looks like, is that the lake? I believe to have found a promising clue, a line of investigation that led me to the truth. I wonder if that's actually happening, or perhaps condemn me to the most horrible perversity. A monolith raised in the woods that surrounds the lake. On its surface, etched, is the oft-mentioned sigil, the sigil of the Marvpyas, which we've seen that thing with the 9 triangles. Crumbly, covered in moss and stained with moisture, the stone, however, reveals a more intriguing nature when analyzed in depth. Yeah, that it freaking glows? And then bad stuff happens, though? I found it possible to deduce the monolith's true purpose. About time. So there's a body under there? Of something. I wouldn't necessarily say human. Before the monolith, we are likely to find the entrance. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it's like, this is like ancient burial grounds or something. Ooh. Driving it down. I'll be conducting a solo expedition. I here now ask the department to allow the investigation to be conducted by me and me alone. My roots are here, our marks share the same curse. His what? His sepulchral depths are mine to explore. Sounds awfully weird though. For those who may inadvertently stumble upon these discoveries, stay away. Here, there are destinies greater than death. Yeah, and she's got a first-hand experience with it, or her husband does. But that explains the burning passion to want to cure this. Figure this out. Wee! Now this ain't no wee moment, dude. What the frig? Oh, this is so cool. Like this 3D style. I like this. Wow. It's very neat. Very interesting. There's the first one. So we found one. Is it underneath there? That's where the tomb resides? Or is there more than one surrounding the lake? Trying to understand. Fixation's there. What the freak is that, dude? Like a grate? A way down? Oh, X, nah. Nah, we don't go down there. We don't want to go down there. We don't need to. We don't care what's down there. Necropolis. Yes, we do. We're going down, dude. Oh, shoot. You know, I was about to go down. Some crap in this episode. Upon prying open the tomb's entrance, it revealed a vertical descent of absolute darkness, a pit that reached the depths of did I say the depths of the earth? Depths of the earth, yeah. And from said pit, a horrible smell, a putrid, rotten miasma rushed to the surface. Is this where everyone goes? Despite the unbearable exhalations, I pressed forth and began the descent. Is this what it does to everyone? It traps them and it forces them down here. It creates something with everyone down there. I don't know. Okay, what the freak? Who did that? That better not lock. So we're in trouble. We're in dire trouble. Only one way now down, Detective Asta. And like she said, she's taking that descent. She's doing this. She wants to know what's down there. Oh, geez. Look at the... My gosh. And that goes on for a while. She didn't lie about the whole depth of the earth thing. I thought she was being a bit dramatic, but like I'm starting to feel like she's kind of undersold this. Are we ready for this? Black moss covered the walls, forever damp. The smell of fish carcasses, putrid scales. Disappearing into the ossuary, a gentle walk to the cursed ruins. Gentle walk, you call this? I don't feel like this is gentle. To meet what roam the ancient grounds. So what, it just lives down there, like, untouched? Alive? Our sigils burned in proximity. Alright, now she's starting to talk all cryptid, dude. You see how it breaks up like that? A pungent abyss of the mortuary dragged me to secrets long forgotten, to disrupt knowledge better left unseen. A terrible familiarity, repressed memories of times of wrath, afflicted me in short flashes. But what's at the bottom of that? Come on, man. The terrible burden, this obsession, being dragged to things occult. Now she's starting to speak all like cryptic and stuff, dude. Ethan, was this how you felt? He said he's happy, though. After the circle incident, he was like, yeah, I'm chill. I'm chill in this thing. I love being in a circle. Circle's fun. Oh, what is that there? There's actually an end to this. It's like, it's so dark, I'm trying to see more, but... Yeah, I don't know what we're getting here. Oh, there is that something there? Looks like another one of the sigils. Behold my necropolis. Oh, when you get to the edge... question, why though? Like, oh, look, there's eyes everywhere. What the heck? Well, now you gotta open the door. Beating heart, this is it. Oh, it's like a chapel down here almost. A sacred altar of some kind. Yeah, you can feel it's sacred based on the music that's been used here. It's like supposed to feel almost holy. Oh, there it is. There's like a book. What? How do we stop this? What's the spell to end it? Evidence 4. The Book of Marvpyas 2. Yeah, this makes me feel like this is like an ancient cult that's existed here for such a long time in that case. Did they die off? Did they, maybe they died off on purpose. It's just part of their calling to create this being, to serve their being, to sacrifice themselves after putting everything in place, and then allow this thing to continually take control of this land over and over and over and over again. And we're seeing, if so, that in full effect, and it is working. Like drawings within the lake. Oh, I like the movement there. Oh, that's so sick, dude. Whoa.
I long after the wrathful times when the serpent's tongue no longer hissed, the drowned artist Marvpyas rises.
Basically, he awoken. That's, oh wow, that's so cool. Look at that, dude. There he is, there's your being, in the flesh, take it or leave it. So this was this cult thing that did awake, they awoke this thing, number 2.
Risen from the pungent water, carrying the darkness of those eldritch depths.
Tenebrae, I guess that's some kind of enchanting tone. What is this, like 2 worlds conjoined together? One up top, one up the bottom.
A burning ember boils within the darkness fire. Maligny servant to a certain viper's in.
Okay, we're getting too technical with this. Just tell me how it is, dude.
Dies array a trade, a price was paid. His kin spared from the gloom of the lake, and now his flesh in torment laid. 5. Rise, a call from beyond the veil. Roaming the last ring, face the fire. Picatum tomb, his wall.
There's the bodies.
Marvpyas descended the mountain's height, forever white and glamorous, seeking the land of light.
I'm so confused now.
The city of snow, where once 2 miracles were born from divine glow.
So this is about the land. This is a poem about the land.
The people of the city at the florid orange sunrise were to soon forget their pity.
Oh my gosh, the artistic production here.
For the wind hid fangs, and the maw of the drowned city opened under his arcane chants.
I guess that's the flute playing, maybe, I think? Like, the work that's gone into this is insane.
To shallow the accursed soil, roar the fire from the night circles, and let the water boil.
I gotta let this sit with me after we're done here, dude, so I can try and formulate what this means. Because right now, my brain is drawing a blank.
And he will drown them, ad tenebris, into the drowned city, the gloom of a lake, the forever breathing necropolis.
I'm not sure if that's just saying, like, he brings anyone that lives there in this enchanted land underneath to, you know, a new place, a new necropolis, a new place for them to live. Pulls all these souls under to probably do his bidding on, like, a different world, like an otherworldly place. And he roams this upper land, continually trying to grab them to bring them down. Okay, I can't read that, dude. Arcane chant, accursed soil, roar the fire from 9 circles, and let the water boy who will drown them. Martha. Oh, it's it. Wait, what? Did someone put her name in that? Will you behold me? I don't get it. Turn to me. It says, thou shalt hear the serpent utter through thy brother's mouth. Okay, we're getting weird again, dude. Oh, is that what you see down there? What the heck? It's like something's being... Is it like water dense down there? Behind the glass? All I know is Martha's down here. What much more can she really do at this minute in time? She's in the deep. What the heck? It's like the world's splitting again. These two different sides, right? Look, what is that? Like a serpent's tail? What the freak am I don't even know what I'm witnessing, dude. I have no idea. Genuinely have no idea. It's one of those thinker series, though. And I think when you finally understand, it's gonna really connect those dots, and you'll be like, dang. You see the scales? It's like a serpent build. Oh my god, whoa. Is that it? Seeing her? So there's something underneath here now, like another living thing. Unless it is the same being. Standing in the water as well. That must be what Martha saw. That's Martha's eyes. She see the symbol. I see a gill on that thing, though. What the heck? Bro, what is happening now? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. Some kind of like fish serpent type thing. I mean, it would make sense, right?
And here you are. Entrapped within my shadow.
Okay, I don't know what that means. Just say it normally, please, bro.
Fear not, continue shivers, for there are horrors beyond my rot. Our bane, our sigils.
Sigils?
Our blood and roots are shared.
An eternal bond.
Shall us recall those times? Or have you grown to abhor our very nature?
Like Earth itself. What?
Those wrathful days as I held your lifeless corpse. When in that lake I command with
beings, what the freak?
I contested death itself and welcomed a vile force to bathe this land in blasphemy.
Wait, so is this lady alive? Has she been alive a long time?
Damn me to those depths.
To choke for eons.
A fragmented form, rotten. I reside within. Couldn't even read that if I wanted to. I saw the serpent there, though. My dead throat shall cast upon this earth the fires of 9 circles. To the land thou plunged me into the darkest pits. To blazing marble. To the drowned city so below. And those who skinned the lungs of my...
What the...
Will scream into the void.
I thought, like, this has just gotten too confusing for me now.
For eons far beyond.
Like, I thought I started to understand, like, I get the basic premise, but now I'm like, what?
The name of that beast. The beast that sighed.
Is that talking about the flutist? Because we still keep hearing that in the background. The name again, the Marvpyas, right? Yeah, that's from the tape recording. And then just snap, quiet, right? The morning after. What did that say? Oh, I gotta pause if it. No, we gotta pause if it's gonna do it that fast. No. The morning after, old Oakburn woke up to silence. 1,043 inhabitants disappeared overnight. It still doesn't explain so much. I still have so many questions. I guess people knew not to ever go back there, though. Wait. Oakburn dies already. Okay, especially Martha. The marching. It's gonna be Ari for like the ending sort of thing. Okay, so she's been around since the 1850s. Martha's Astor's findings were discovered in mid-2010 and remain classified until 2024. The material shows a direct connection between the detective and old Oakburn's flutist. So they were somehow entwined. Is that why she wanted to pursue this? While also creating doubt on Asta's true identity? Yeah. Now I don't know who she is anymore myself. I'm so confused. And that's it for that one. What the heck, dude? And you can see like the split there is the lake at the bottom, mirroring like the other world, right? Created by Red Diamond, bro. What the heck is going on with this series? I'm gonna need to read some comments. I'm so tripped out by this. Okay, so it's been like 5-6 hours since I recorded this video. When I was trying to put my outro thoughts together, there was nothing. This is one of those deep thinking series where you really can't just kind of spitball your ideas. So I had to really let all of this sit with me for a while. I was going back over videos for a little bit, and I think I've got a little bit of an idea now what's actually happening with this story. I was so confused, I was tempted to just not even upload this video, but listen, we're gonna get something here. Listen up, I think I might actually have something going. So going back to the original one of these Oakburn Opus videos, we learn about this flutist that appears in this town in Alaska. I'm not saying the name because I can't get it right. They welcome this guy. They seem to almost cherish his performances, and it seems like he's able to almost monopolize off of that by then luring the entirety of the town down to the Lake Oakburn, where he does his kind of Magnum Opus, I think he brands it, which ends up pretty much transporting what seems to be everyone into this different place, this drowned city, I think it's called. There's a tape which seems to show all of this going down as well, and we can hear the calamity that ensues, followed just by a complete zap in silence. Everyone, it almost is like they're being teleported. I saw so many nods to like Silent Hill type worlds where it's almost like the person gets to experience this world, but it's like a different version depending on like what they're going through. And I almost feel like Martha is now seeing the world maybe slightly differently, or there's something going on with a different version of reality. There's so many shots where we almost see like a mirrored version of what's happening. It's like this is reality, this is another version, maybe the drowned city version, because it seems to be always involving some kind of like water shimmer or something. A question I had immediately was like, okay, why is Martha exploring this stuff? And I think it actually goes back to the Circles video, the VHS Tales one, where she seems to be residing in this town. Her husband's obsessed with this circle thing, which isn't really explained too much, and her husband seems to go missing, which then I would honestly assume makes Martha get intrigued with the town, trying to figure out like, okay, what's going on here? She becomes like a police detective almost. That leads over to video 2, where it seems like someone called John Doe kills 2 people, and that gets Martha's attention, where she actually comes back to investigate the scene, and then things don't really add up. It's like, you know, she's here to investigate this murder, but then the people are almost bloated, like they've been underwater, like they've drowned. She then interviews the person who is actually doing the stuff, the John Doe, and he actually tells Martha, I think, to like revisit the town. He's actually like delivering messages on behalf of this flutist person, which initially really confused me. I struggle to tell already in these videos who is talking, so that's on me. Either way, she's told that she has to come back, or she'll like drown or something like that. She'll meet some kind of fate. Then in the third video, the Opus Part 3, we see her revisiting this town, which is completely, there is no one here, it's desolate. And she actually finds, I think it's a tomb or a crypt underneath one of the sigils. She then goes down into this layered thing. She kind of trudges through, honestly, horrific scenes before she then gets to this temple situation where there's a book in the middle and it actually has her name in it. Then there's some speech with her and this entity, and I think it seems like there's some kind of connection with Martha and the evil being at the same time. I don't know if it's like a brother or something like that, and the reason why I'm thinking that is because of what we see at the end. Okay, so check this out, guys. Look, we've got Martha Ludov, 1852, and then that's it. And then we've got this Matthaus Ludolf again, 1852 to 1897. So my guy perishes on 1897. Next thing we see Desiree, 1897. So that means that this guy, he died in 1897, but Martha didn't for some reason. Ooh, there's a serpent here as well. That's interesting. So what I'm starting to think is, I wonder if this guy somehow was able to convince a higher force to take him and let his sister live. There is actually something, there was one area within this video where I was like, hold up a second, when I was rewatching. Check this out, dude. It says, Desiree, a trade, a price was paid. His kin spared from the gloom of the lake, and now his flesh in torment laid. So that is basically saying that the price that was paid was that the dude, that Matthaus, I think his name is, he chose to get his sister spared from the fate of the lake. So I assume they were going to be drowned or something, and now his flesh in torment laid, meaning that he's become this flutist. So now he's having to do the bidding of, I'm actually starting to think now, the serpent that we saw, there's like a higher being that's even instructing him. I think it's there's a serpent kind of thing, and what does that even mean though, bro? I'm like, oh my gosh. The one thing that confused me is like, but Martha doesn't seem to really understand why she's at this town, like what's going on. You know, it's almost like she has no recollection of any past events, which one thing that leaves me a bit confused is I don't know Martha's timeline up until like anything before the circles. It seems like she's living in the same town in Alaska. The circles phenomenon occurs and yeah, loses her husband. Then maybe that kind of itches away at her. She wants to become a detective to understand what's happening around this town. And I think the tape 2 is actually almost bait for her provided by this new deity, which seems to be her brother, I guess. It's like he sets up this double murder mystery, and then the guy who's like the John Doe, he delivers the message about saying to come back to the lake. It's almost like, you know, then this deity, the Flutist, I think, he wants to tell his sister that, you know, they are kind of the same blood or something like that, and I don't know where this will go from here, honestly. That's the one thing, but I think that's what's tying all this together. I assume that the Flutist has to kind of do the bidding, like he paid a price, and I think that was that he now has to continually serve this higher being, and I think the Magnum Opus was when he lured everyone to the lake in the city, the 1,043 people, I think it was to kill them, to feed this thing, to serve his purpose. It's like he has to endlessly bring people to the lake. I don't know if that was like a once-off, like almost to pay his debt. You know, he succumbed to the lake, then let his sister live, but then this thing was like, but I required almost 2 of you, and so instead of that, the thing was like, okay, if I let your sister live, you have to owe me big time, and then he does it with the whole town. It almost makes me feel like he made this deal with a higher force that did not have the power to possess walking and, you know, existing on the planet. So it's almost like they gave him this body to exist amongst humans to kind of get in their good books to lure them back. Before that, this serpent thingy, I'm assuming it's a serpent, maybe it couldn't like control or get access to the earth, so by doing this, we got the perfect vessel, lures them there, and he can interact with humans to directly pull them exactly to where people need to be. And as a result, as it says every time, the people have never been found in this city once they vanished. I'm sure I've missed so much more within this. That was just what I could get just based on what I'm seeing, and I'm curious to see what you guys think of that now. Like, I do apologize in the third video when I was watching, I was so confused what was happening. This is one of those deep thinking series, but I think I might be onto something there. I'm seeing some links, but now the question is like, where does this go from here? There's still some loose ends that need to be tied up, and I guess we'll learn maybe more about that in part 4. Maybe Martha will actually have to descend into this the drowned city. Maybe she can find the people, or maybe just put an end to the mystery of where they went. Like, she will know this, but then the question is like, who's gonna believe her past this point? Either way, guys, that's gonna do it. This is my reaction note to the Oakburn Opus series. It's very interesting now that I've kind of really let this sit with me and think about it. I'm surprised I spoke that much at the end. Honestly, there's so much information packed within this, and it's a very thought-provoking series once you get past that barrier of, like, you know, bombarding yourself with information. I think honestly watching all of this in one go, I think it had like somewhat of a kind of bad impact on me being able to follow the story because so much in every episode is being delivered. I didn't have the chance to really let my thoughts sit every single time, build up my idea in the with the plot and stuff. So letting this sit a while, I think this was the best thing, and that now, as explained before, that's my thesis on what's going on. I have no idea if it's the case. I'll be curious to see what you guys think down below, man. Either way, that's gonna do it for this reaction, guys, of Oakburn Opus, and I really hope you did enjoy. If you did, why not drop me that like rating, and hey, if you're new around here, why not subscribe for more videos just like this one right here. So thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Of course, I hope you did enjoy. I'm just saying, if you happen to know anyone that's playing that flute and they're just delivering those sweet tunes, maybe you should be a little bit suspect.